Hello everyone and welcome back to another video by Simplilearn. This is Anubhav and in this video on DOM manipulation, we will cover how to use JavaScript to manipulate the document object model of an HTML page. So let's begin. But before that, if you want to become a software developer, consider this Caltech postgraduate program in full stack web development by Simplilearn and master those necessary skills. Check out the link in the description for more details. You can also call on the numbers that are given below to know more about the program. So do check it out. Now, let's jump to our video. Let's start this with a quick overview of what the DOM is. So, the DOM is a tree-like structure that represents the elements on a HTML page. Each element on the page is represented as a node in a DOM tree. I'll explain it to you in a while, with giving an example also. By manipulating the node in the DOM tree, we can dynamically change the content and layout of a HTML page. To get started with DOM manipulation, we first need to access the DOM tree. Okay, we can do this by using JavaScript document object, and the document object represents the entire HTML document, and we can use it to access and manipulate any element on the page. Now, as you know, DOM is like a tree. For example, it's like one document which is an HTML, then that HTML page is divided into two parts, head and body. Now inside the head element, there is meta tag, then there is title, then comes links and all, okay, in the head part. Then in the next node, if you imagine one tree, I'll explain you, just a second. I'll write DOM and inside here I'll find any image. Yeah, so I want to make this image big. Okay, so as you can see here, there is one document which is a page. In HTML there is head, body, and in head there is meta tag, title, links we add in that head part, and in body we add h1 h2 which is heading tags, and we also add paragraph tags and so many other tags. Okay, now we'll work on the document object model and we'll start with adding element to the page. Okay, so let's cut this and start working on. Now let's create a boiler code. For that I'll press Ctrl and 1, Shift and 1, sorry, and there one boiler code is created for us. Here I'll write DOM manipulation. Okay, and here I'll add one script tag. Okay, inside that script tag I'll give a source, and I'll give the source as script.js that we just created for us. Okay, this file, and here I'll write differ because it can differ also. Let's close this one, and inside the body I'll write some text for now to check whether it's working or not. Hello from Simplilearn. Let's save it, and I've installed this awesome live server extension. You can also install it on your system. It's very easy. Just press here enable install and it will get installed in your system. So after that, you can just right click here, and here you will find one option, open with live server. Just click on that and one page will get opened with the title that we have added, and here is hello from Simplilearn. So page is working completely fine. So there are two different functions to add the elements to our page. So let's open the script page, and here we'll write const body, and here we'll write document. After that we'll append it. So I'll tell you about these two. So there is one append, and as you can see there are two methods, append and append child. I'll tell you about both of them. So first we'll see about append first. Here I'll write hello from Simplilearn. So this append only takes up the string elements, okay? So an append child doesn't take the string, it takes the node. Well, I'll explain it to you in a while. Let's save it, and as you can see, it's showing hello from Simplilearn. But now I'll write here append child function. And whenever I'll click save, there's nothing here. It's because I'll inspect and tell you more about it. Let me open my console first. As you can see, it's showing an error that it failed to execute append child on node. Parameter 1 is not the type node. So as I have already told you, it doesn't take the append child. These both append and append child works very similar, but I always use append more. Whenever there is a need of append child, I'll use that whenever it's a node and all. But you can also work on append. So this is about how to add the element. Okay. Now we'll see how to create an element. Okay. As we got to know how to add that, now we'll see how to create an element. For that, we'll write document dot create element. We'll pass the type of element that you want to add. So there are all the type of HTML tags that we can add. Okay, so let's add div here, and we'll write here we'll save it. Nothing is gonna happen, right? We can't find any element because we have created our element, but we haven't added it inside our main page. Okay, so creating anything in JavaScript is very different in creating a page, right? So let's move forward and append the div. Okay, now you will see the div in the body part. Okay, and as you can see there, you will find the, let's maximize this page so we can get the, now inside the body you will find the div, but it's empty right now because we haven't added anything inside the div. We can add that surely, so we'll do that. Div dot inner text hello from Simplilearn, or we can also write subscribe to Simplilearn. Okay, and I'll save it. As you can see there, you will find there is nothing working. It's an error, not an issue. We'll find that div because you'll find that div inside this, right? This is a main frame. Inside this there is an ID and all, right? So let's now print something on the screen, right? So for that, I'm gonna add or change this inner text, or we can also write another line and we can comment this, and we'll write div dot text content, and here we'll write like this video, and we'll save it, and you will see this will, okay, this is not working. Okay, we can start the server again. There is one error here, let me check. Okay, Yeah. So let's just open this one, go live. Yeah, as you can see, it's showing like this video. Now we'll see how to modify the element. So we can modify the text from by using so many other functions also. We can add here it like using text content and all. By using this, we can add and modify the text, right? As of now, we are seeing modify element text. So let's see. I'll open my HTML page and inside the body, I'll take span and like here write like and one other Simplilearn YouTube, right? It's just a dummy text. So as you can see, it's showing like Simplilearn YouTube, like this video, because of that this script tag. So let's comment it down for now. Okay, and let's see, it's like Simplilearn YouTube. Okay, or we can write hello for making sense. Okay, now if I want to give, okay, we'll change this from give some styling to the Simplilearn to modify element text. We are seeing it, right? So here we'll write style, and inside the style I'm going to write display, and inside the display I'm going to write none. And now let's save this file and go to script.js, and here we'll create one const div again and give it a document dot query selector. Inside the query selector we'll give that a div. Okay, now here we'll see two different things now. Okay, so let's see the text content and inner text. What's the difference in this modifying element text? Okay, so we'll write log, and here we'll write div dot text content. The text content is all the text that present in my body, and console dot log, and here I will give it as inner text. So let's save it and see what's the difference. It is showing only hello from, which is this one. It's not showing me this one because I have styled it to display none. I have told it specifically to make this Simplilearn invisible in our screen. So that's why it's doing this. So let's check what's the issue or what's the difference. Okay, so here I'll open my console, and it's my console. You can see can't read properties of null. Okay, so this is because, as we have written here, that we want spam hello from that it is showing on our console page, but it's not showing this Simplilearn because we have specifically given the property that we don't want this to be displayed on the screen. So in the difference between these two, inner text and text content, the text content will print all the text that present here, hello from Simplilearn, but this inner text will only print the hello from, as that you can see on the screen. So this is the main difference between the text. Okay, now we will see how to modify HTML elements or how to add the HTML inside the script. So for that, we'll remove and go back to the basic from where we started. So we'll delete this one also and we'll comment this out. Okay. So here, let me just read once. Okay. So as here we are using inner text, we'll first give it a strong to make this one bold, right? And here we'll close this strong tag and we'll write this, remove this from inner text. Okay, let's save it and delete the console and refresh this page. As you can see, there's nothing. We'll go back here and check. Okay, and we can go append the body here. As you can see here, let me just go back here. Yeah, as you can see, it's just showing us all the tags of HTML that we don't want to see, as it is thinking it's a string. So we can modify this HTML element by using, we cannot, firstly I'll tell you, we cannot use the inner content or anything. We'll write here inner HTML and save it, and you will see subscribe to Simplilearn as well. Now I think you got an idea how to modify HTML elements. So we can use append in everything, like we can use it in the header part, body part, anywhere we can append the elements. Okay, so now let's move forward and see how to remove an element. So let me just delete this part here and we'll go to the HTML, and here we'll go back to that spam and first write hello. Okay, and I'll take another one and here I'll write Hawa. Okay, we'll close this one and I'll give it an ID. So for ID, I'll give it an ID of small IDs. So I'll give it 1 ABC, and it's, so this is not recommendable to write IDs like ABC and all, because IDs is very specific. So I'll tell you about the example by giving an example. So ID is what, if we are using ID, we cannot use it after some time. Like I cannot change this ID after going back to some other place, and if I want to write this spam hello and want to change the ID of that, we cannot do that. But in classes we can do that. It's a strictly not changeable IDs. For example, in your class you are assigned with a specific registration number or roll number or something. You cannot change it, and nobody has the same number or registration number as you. So this is like an ID. You have a specific ID, and in class, if you are pursuing masters, in your class there are 50-60 students or so many students. Say all of the students have the same class, are in the same class, right? So that is an example of class. So here I'll write XYZ. Okay, we'll call these exam. Okay, see, we'll open this one, and here I'll create one const def, and here I'll write document query selector. I'll write the div that we are creating here. Okay, I'll just copy paste these 2 times, and here I'll write span z, and here I'll write span xyz XY, not write XYZ, here I write ABC because we have given them different. So to call the ID, we're going to use the method hash, and here I'll write ABC, and we'll write here also a hash XYZ, and we'll now modify the content, and let's save this one, and I'll use C. Hello, how are you? It's printed on the page. Now if you want to remove this how are you from this, so what we can do is we can remove this element by just writing span remove, and you will see it will go out. And if you'll inspect it, you will still not find that XYZ, right? This is how you can remove the element. So we can also remove the element from the DOM by using remove child method. So for that, we'll here write, I'll show you, dev dot remove child, and here we'll write, okay, it was XYZ. If I'll comment this down, you'll see it's showing that, but let's write here spam ABC, and it's not working. Let me check. This remove child is not working, but I'll tell you about this method. So this method will only remove the child element from that class. From this, only the method that we have called will get removed. I'll always use this method only, but you can also use that this one, the remove child, or append, or any method that you want. You can also check out the documentation about this document object model. It's very cool. Okay, so now the last thing I want to talk about is how to modify elements in the styles. Now we'll see how to directly modify any property of an element, right? So property wise, it's like style properties are very essential to access any CSS, right? So we can just remove this one, and here I'll write span ABC dot style, and here I'll write color, okay, style dot color, and let's give it a color as red. And if we will see, the color of hello, which is XYABC, is now red. We can also give the background color, and you can also make this color and change it to background color and save it. You will see the background color of this text is turned red. And if you want to add any style property to the DOM, you can just write style dot the property that you want to add. So that's it for this tutorial on DOM manipulation. By using the document object and various methods and properties, we can dynamically change the content and layout of an HTML page. I hope this video was informative, and if you have any questions or doubt about this, please feel free to pin them down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for more from Simplilearn. Thank you.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.